y'all, I'm Barbie. And for the first time in 53 years, I'm standing on my own. Literally. Thank y'all. I'm running for president, representing the Bee Party. Welcome to my glampaign. I've run for president before, first time in 1992. That was the year of the woman, so naturally I wore a ball gown. I ran again in 2000, 2004, and in 2008 against Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin. I think the reason I lost was I just didn't know where I stood. But now I do. I'm an ideal candidate for president because I've had 130 careers, so I know all about creating jobs. In 1965, I was an astronaut. In 73, I was a surgeon. In 1992, I was a business executive. And in 2010, I was a computer engineer. I've been a baby doctor, a pet vet, and a pancake chef. I'm very adaptable and versatile. And as you can see, I'm also very comfortable and looking good in my pink power suit and my social platforms. I'm single but hopeful. No children or dogs to distract me from running the country. Oh, script girl. No children or dogs to distract me from running the country. Oh, I don't even have PMS anymore, but I do have memory loss. I'm totally empowered now. Thanks, y'all. Can I stand? Please let me stand. Thank y'all. Oh. Come on now. Excellent. Hello, darlings. I'm Barbie, and I'm running for president. Like my opponent, I represent the... Like my opponent, I represent the Bee Party, and I stand on my own, even if my opponent can't. Unlike my opponent, I come from a heritage rich in tradition and overcoming adversity. I'm a never-say-die kind of gal, and that's what you need in a leader. My opponent claims she does not have a dog, but what she's not telling you, darlings, is she has cats. Lots and lots of cats. Cats are very hairy. That woman is covered in cat hair, and so is her house. Can you imagine it? Cats running amok in the White House, scratching on the Oval Office carpet, kitty litter everywhere. I have no pets to cause allergic reactions in White House visitors, and I will save the American people hundreds of dollars on lint rollers and fake mice. Thank you, darling. Welcome one and all to the first presidential debate. You've met the candidates. I'll be your moderator. Tonight you'll hear from both candidates on their views and values. I've already chosen all the questions. Candidates, before we begin the debate, please shake. I'd like to address this cat situation. Hey, you can't butt in. I'm the moderator. Well, I thought the way to win was to be aggressive and argumentative. That's not polite, and it's not very nice. Well, I've been a nice lady my whole life, and it hadn't helped me none. The American people question if you really are a lady. You don't even have a vagina. Y'all can't say vagina. The government doesn't recognize that word. So true, darlings. Neither does iPhone autocorrect. It comes up Laguna. Barbie, tell us about your political platforms. They're not platforms, silly. They're wedges. I thought a wedge was when your panties went up your butt. Barbie, the records indicate that you have been seeing a therapist for almost 2 years now. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I started seeing the therapist because I'm too stiff. As y'all know, I broke up with Ken a few years ago and I haven't met the right guy. I'm not a hoe, so I haven't been having sex with anybody, so my sacrum and my power center aren't moving around so much. I'm kind of constricted down there. So the therapist said I should undulate. That's about as far as I've gotten. Undulate? Are you serious? Isn't that the opposite of julate? Too late. And Power Center? My opponent is clearly obsessed with sex, power, and some kind of foo-foo California spiritualism. Isn't that going to influence the way you run the country? No more than the chip on your shoulder is going to influence you, hon. I don't even believe in therapy. She probably has you breathing into your vagina or something. Well, now that y'all mention it, candidates, we need to know, are you red or blue? Pink, darlings. Me too, y'all. Pink is the new black. No, darlings, black is the new black. Well, what the American people need to know is what the B Party stands for. Be confident, darlings. Be a dreamer, y'all. So the B Party's platform states that you can now be or do whatever you want, and all women can. Is that what you mean? Yes, darling. So can you be an NFL quarterback? Well, no, darling. Can you be a grandpa? Obviously, no, darling. Well, then you can't really be or do whatever you want. Let me take this one, y'all. When your heart desires something, y'all can dream it. My heart never desired NFL fame. Only time I played football was when I was 8. One of the boys accidentally kicked me between the legs. I ran home to my mama, and then all the boys crowded into the bathroom and saw me laying there naked and bloody. It was so embarrassing. So naturally, I don't dream of that career. But I do dream of being on stage, writing a book, helping people with trauma, and falling in love. These things are possible if I believe in myself. That's the message I want the American people to hear. Believe in yourself. Take action. Don't wait for somebody else to do it for you. Run for yourself. Your lipstick is running. Well, I'm running for president, so there. Oh, good comeback, darling. Wait a minute. My opponent clearly intends to use the White House as a stage for her own personal gain. Isn't that what all politicians do? Candidates, please address this concern. For the past 53 years, you have not been able to stand on your own because you weighed too much, you had kind of a small head, and your bodies were unbalanced, and your shoes, while totally adorable, were completely impractical. Now you can stand on your own because you weigh less than ever. You have this disturbingly large head, awful hair, ugly suit, and old grandma shoes. This is a concern that I've had as a woman in my 50s, that if I'm standing on my own, it means I have turned into an ugly bitch with no style, no man, and no sex. It's an issue. Well, darlings, the suit and the hair are regrettable, but here's where I stand. Standing on my own simply means questioning the old rules and beliefs. Okay, we're 53 and single, but that doesn't have to mean tragic. It doesn't have to mean that we're isolated, dried up, fat, or obsessed with grandchildren. Just because some of us were raised by women who lived that way doesn't mean we have to, darlings. I agree. And did y'all know that so many people still believe that the role of the woman is to stay home, wife and mother, you know, like barefoot and pregnant, y'all, while the daddy goes out and earns a living? But this is true in less than 20% of households. We've got to challenge this old thinking and decide for ourselves what it means to be empowered. So Barbie, does this mean that you'll be bringing dates to the White House? Well, of course. And I'll get free security and background checks too. Hey, maybe we'll have a national singles database. Y'all could put your profile on your tax return. Well, if I win, there won't be any taxes. Y'all can't promise that. If I win, women's hair loss and sagging necks will be considered major health conditions and will be part of my whole insurance policy. Well, if I win, there won't be any more violence against women. Well, I promise good relations with all nations. No more war. No more discrimination, darlings. No more hunger. If I win, darlings, no presidency will be based on how much money the candidates have or how good their insults are. I agree. We would need snappy comeback Barbie if we're going to win by insults. If I win, No more bad bosses, and no more bad drivers. If I win, darlings, my cabinet will include voice of reason Barbie and conflict resolution Barbie, but not smartass Barbie, and definitely not special interest Barbie. I agree. I am a little confused. You two are virtually impossible to tell apart. You seem to agree on almost everything. You both make promises you can't possibly deliver on. You dress exactly the same. I think the only way to settle this debate is dueling rappers. Woot woot! Now hold on, y'all, hold on. Woot woot! I'm in the pink, not rinky dink. You make the link. My head won't shrink, and my poo don't stink. You. Off my case with your poker face. I'll win the race and touch home base. Just try to keep pace. Woot woot! I can be president. I am a resident. Got the big head, pay like white bread. People got to be led. Got my social platforms. Yo. I'm on the right track. My butt got cracked. Don't give me no flack. I got the knack. Just like Barack, once you go black, you never go back.